I was approached one by the immigration officer to do a bit of interpreting. Uh, I met him because someone couldn't speak any English. So I went with him to Piddick Road police station to put a complaint. There was also a racist element, and there was a immigration officer standing at the desk, and he asked me. He said, "Can you write Punjabi?" I said, "Yes." "Can you read Punjabi?" I said, "Yes, I can." He said, "I couldn't find an interpreter. Would you mind to help me?" He said, "You won't get paid, but I need better help." So I went. I went with him. Uh, I wrote it in Punjabi, read it back to the person concerned. And then he said, "Oh, you want to be our interpreter?" I said, "No." I didn't know what's all this about. And he keep ringing me all the time. He said, "We need people like you do some interpreting for us." In the end, I gave up. I said, "Look, all right, then I said to him, all right, I have a go." He booked me appointment at Birmingham Airport. There was a lot of people applying for interpreters. And one the female came, she said, "What's your name?" I said, "Piara Singh Purewal." "Oh, you mind to come in the office?" So I went. She said, "We hear about you, but we want you to be our interpreter." She didn't ask any question, or she didn't go through the procedure. Then I became an interpreter. And I run the business. I took a redundancy from my employer. They gave me lump sum. So income was coming from the shop. Then I started doing interpreting. I done interpreting for about 26 years. During that time, they gave me Best Achievement Award, number of other awards. And one of the day, one of our senior officer we were just sitting in the office, and I said to Jim, because he spent a lot of time in Delhi. He was entry clearance. He was very close friend of mine. I said to Jim, "Jim, rather than forcing people to go, why don't we set up surgeries, voluntary departures?" And we had a long discussion on this. Then we approached Smati Gurdwara. That was 2006. We explained what we supposed. We gave him a written how the surgery going to set up. The Home Office left it to me how we set it up, how we going to run the surgery. Then we set it up in 2006. It was very, very successful. Voluntary people are willing to go because lack of work, lack of accommodation. Some had enough in Britain. So voluntary, not forcing the law. And sometimes anything up to 80, 90 people used to turn up. We try to help them much as we can. We're not just enforcing the law. We gave them advice, no cost at all. Because I've done a lot, while I was interpreting, done a lot of work with entry clearance appeals in the asylum divisions. because of my practical experience, people always ask for advice. Then we set up surgeries in Sajley Street, Wolverhampton. Then I set up one in Guru Nanak Prakash Gurdwara, Coventry. I set up one in East Park Road, Gurdwara, Leicester. I set up one in Sheffield, Gurdwara. And tried to set up one in Northampton. It's nationally, the surgery is running nationally. And they were doing well. And then the Home Office director came one of the day. They called me in the office. They said, Piara, we got an interview. And I turned up. The whole office was there. And they gave me a letter of appreciation. It's still with me. And I still got that letter. And the contents is nice. For the, because of my work, I still do surgeries. But it's my wish to help people if I can. And as I said before, I wouldn't hurt anybody's feeling or, so that's